surprised you don't remember that.
I don't know if I was there for that one.
You saw the tiger.
I did see the tiger.
It was that one.
I might not. It might just not.
Alright. I wish. No, I meant here.
No, I know.
That might be him. The one they brought?
Yeah, that might be him.
One, two, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, KP.
Hi, KP.
I didn't break it. I don't break things.
Don't pull a shy.
I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, not from the Bonded Puppet show. It's probably around maybe he broke it. I want to welcome everybody. You having a good Megaplex so far?
Oh yeah.
Fun. We want to welcome the C.A.R.E Foundation. They are our charity again this year. And this year in the new hotel, the hotel has allowed live animals, so there will be live animals during this presentation. Afterwards, there will be some photo ops available for donations. There's one in particular that I'm really excited to see. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I can say we've never had this animal at Megaplex before. And when you see it, I hope the line is like all the way back there because everybody's going to want pictures with it. It's really, really cool. Without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much. We're going to bring our friends from the C.A.R.E Foundation up. They're going to tell you a little bit about the charity that they do. They're going to show some of the animals they have rescued. And things are going to get really cool really fast. I may have to actually do a couple more tweets because there's some people that are going to be really ticked when they find out what animal is here. So, welcome back. I'm going to give you a big hug. Everybody, a big round of applause for the C.A.R.E Foundation.
Thank you.
And we will talk about Florida wildlife, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn this microphone off and let you have it.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for having us come back. How many, just a show of hands, have been here before and know what the C.A.R.E Foundation does? Okay, all right, I'll keep it brief then. The C.A.R.E Foundation houses about 200 animals, everything from big cats and a bear to raccoons and monkeys, crocodilian and birds of all types, even venomous stuff. And unfortunately, most of the animals we take in are ex-pets that shouldn't have been pets to begin with. And a lot of times they've been surrendered by owners or taken by Fish and Game because people haven't cared for them or been properly licensed. So we've got a wide variety of animals. And throughout the years, Megaplex has helped us out tremendously. We did at one point live on the east side of town and had to move about 60 animals, including tigers and a bear, a couple bears, to the Apopka area. And we could not have done that as easily as we did, not that it was easy, but as easily as we did if it wasn't for the Megaplex people and all the donations that so many of you helped us out with. So give yourselves a round of applause. Now we did bring several special guests today, and we wanted to bring some very special things since we couldn't bring the animals last year. We do have a video that'll be playing throughout the thing for anybody that's a rabbit or into rabbits. We do have one scene, I was just told, I haven't seen it, of Fluffy, our really big snake, eating what we call a rabbit sickle. Just to give you a heads up. So, didn't want to upset anybody. But yeah, we'll be running that throughout the time so you can see some of our animals. We do have a couple little animals that go out with us on a regular basis, and they've been specially trained. They work with kids. We do have an A team that works with autistic and special needs kids, and a B team that likes to go out. And all the animals we brought today are a part of the A and B team. First, I want to introduce the little red Power Ranger behind us. Yeah, this is Famous Amos, kind of showing you his back at the moment. Famous Amos has become one of our mascots. I had once said we will never ever have monkeys. I hated monkeys. And then one day we got a phone call from Fish and Game saying that we needed to get to a house right away. And in that house, a couple people passed away, and they were animal hoarders. In one tiny house, there were 22 large birds, 9 dogs, 5 cats, 4 monkeys. One of the worst rescues we've had to do. Amos was attached to the dead woman in bed. The other 3 monkeys we took in were found in different rooms in tiny bird cages. It was quite a transition. Amos was raised like a person though, so he does go out with us. He's become our mascot. He has his own Facebook page. And on Halloween, he does wear different costumes. So you'll be able to check in with him in a little bit. Now the first one that usually goes out with us is little Pee-wee. Now her real name is Pigorni Weaver. And there's a reason we call her Pigorni Weaver. She actually lives and is owned by one of our monkeys from that rescue I was just talking about. Everybody look out, Pee-wee coming through. There she is. Just run her, she can do it without the treats. There you go, Pee-wee. Go on, Pee-wee. Now, she is a micro mini pig. She's a very special little girl. I spent 2 years researching micro mini pigs. 2 years. There are only 8 breeders in the United States. I'm trying to stay out of everybody's way. There's only 8 breeders in the United States for true micro mini or teacup pigs. We've taken in several pigs at our facility, and people have all thought that they were micro pigs that they brought in or teacup pigs. Now, one was a potbelly. She does her own stunts. She's Supergirl. She's good. More treats. Yeah. The last pig we took in actually was Bambi. Now, this woman called crying, telling me that her homeowners association would not let her keep Bambi in the development. So we told her we had room for 1 potbelly. That's what she said it was. Well, she brought Bambi out, and right away I took one look at this thing, and I said, not a potbelly. And she argued with me. And I said, how much did you pay for this pig? She said, $10 on Craigslist. I'm like, not a potbelly, okay? Then I took her down to my barnyard, where we have piggers. Now, piggers is, his nickname is Pigzilla. This is a 300-pound wild boar that somebody tried to raise as a potbelly in their house.
Oh, jeez.
It did not go well, needless to say. When she took one look at piggers, she realized Bambi was a wild boar that she took in. So we always try to tell everybody, we try to educate people, if you want a specific animal, okay, do your research. Make sure you're getting an animal that you actually want, that will fit into your lifestyle. Like I said, we have over 200 animals, and we shouldn't have to have that many. But so many people just go out and just buy these things because they're cute, they want them, and they don't realize what they're getting into. Now this next one is an example of that. We're up to 7 of these now. Her name is Rosie. I forgot to put her costume on. Rosie has a matching costume with Pee-wee. There's Rosie Rose. Rosie is a white-faced capuchin, native to South and Central America. There's that face. When Rosie came in, she came in on that rescue. For the first 2 months we had Rosie, we called her the grumpy old lady. She never smiled. The one thing that, I don't know who's teaching who tricks over here. The one thing that we found out from Rosie was very different than the other 3 monkeys. Believe it or not, she hates women and kids. For the first 2 months we had the monkeys, we had to keep them in the house. We had to rig up caging because they were afraid to be outside. Every time I walked in that house, I got decked upside the head with her water bottle. Yeah, she's 5 pounds, but fierce. She is dead on accurate. And then I tried to be nice to her, give her her water bottle back, and she tried to grab my hair. Twice she got a hold of my hair, slammed my face in the cage, and her go-to move was to scratch my eyes out. So for the first 2 months, it looked like I was wrestling bears and big cats, and it was this 5-pound little girl. Still hates women and kids, but there's 3 of us girls that can work with her right now, and Rosie loves to go out. She was afraid of other animals. When she first came in and started trusting me, I had her help me raise 3 baby raccoons that she still goes in and plays with. And little Pee-wee, the pig that you saw, is her pig. They live together. Every morning she grooms it, she plays with it, she'll lay in the sun with the pig. If she sees something in her bowl she doesn't like, she throws it to the pig and feeds the pig. So Rosie's come a long way. You guys want to see a little routine we worked out with Rosie?
Sure.
She is very smart, loves to learn new things. We're going to see Travis hopefully run her through the routine. Yeah, we never had the blanket on the table, so that's new for her. Rosie and I usually do this routine together. There you go. Here's a high five. She's asking for a hug. On the other side. She wants a hug. High fives. Yeah, she's cute, isn't she? You want to do the big jump? Come here. No, bigger. Bigger, Rose, go. Now the sad thing about Rosie, not a sad thing anymore, but these guys from the time they're babies, they hold on to moms and they learn to make these huge jumps with no problem whatsoever. Rosie, being kept in a bird cage, had no idea she could jump. It literally took me 4 days to get her to jump from the table to where I'm standing right now. Once she learned to jump and she learned she liked it, we had to only teach her to do it on command. Because if she was loose in the house and we walked in, she'd be like a little ninja coming out of nowhere. Smack upside the head. So Rosie's come a very long way. Amos, as you can tell, has come a long way. Amos is kind of funny. Like I said, he's our mascot. In the day, he goes out with Rosie and her pig. At night, he comes in. And he's got his own DVD collection. We have Monkey Movie Night, where they come in and they sit and watch movies, have popcorn, apple juice. And then Amos has his favorite TV shows. Now, I don't know what it is, but Chef Ramsay. Now, granted, Amos loves food of any kind, and he'll be glued to that TV, but if Chef Ramsay comes on, he's all about it. Now, does anybody have any questions about what we do or why we have so many animals or about any of the animals? You guys are a quiet group.
How long do the monkeys, what species are they and how long do they live?
Okay, the white-faced capuchins and the spider monkeys, pretty much most of the regular monkeys this size and this type live about 40 years.
Wow.
Rosie is about 18 years old. We don't know for sure since the owners passed away, but the relatives gave us an idea. Amos is about 27. So Amos is having midlife crises.
So he's a gray monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, all the animals have different Jeeps and toys in their cages. Amos hit midlife crisis. Somebody donated him a little Ferrari. Yep.
Funny.
Amos is old. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Amos is older than most of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really old now. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. Any other questions? No?
I'll give you another one. What initially drew you to doing this yourself?
Madness. Actually, I was fortunate enough. I wanted to work with animals. I wanted to be a vet, but I really, really suck at math. There was no getting past that. So I wanted to do something. So I worked with a lot of different rehabbers and people, different trainers, people that work different animals. And one thing I did not see is anybody doing Florida Native education in schools. And Florida is one of these amazing states that the biodiversity is incredible. We have so many animals that are native here, plus animals that have been transplanted and doing well and thriving in our environments. You have snakes and alligators that can wander in kids' backyards. So we wanted to take Florida natives out and teach the kids about safety and about the animals they might run into. And then Rosie, the little monkey, usually goes and we talk about not making a good pet and that kind of thing. And it didn't start off as a nonprofit. It just started off with a small group of animals. And then here in Florida, you have to have licenses for everything. We hold about 17 different state licenses and 1 federal license. So, and I do mean everything. And as soon as people started realizing the type of licensing we had, anybody that had an animal that they didn't want, they just dumped on us. So that's how it started. I think one of my first intakes was a panther cougar mix. That was one of the first ones we took in. And then a raccoon. Yep, that's a class 1 now. Yeah. So that's how it started, and it just progressed from there to the craziness that we have now. So, and I'll tell you what, given the thought that we have about 200 animals, I could not do this without the people you see behind me. We have got the best volunteers. They put their heart and soul into it. So not only do the animals get daily care, feeding, cleaning and all, but they get a lot of enrichment, a lot of hands-on care that a lot of places do not provide. Even a lot of zoos don't do the hands-on. So our place is a little different, and that's why we're so grateful that places like you support us so much, because we not only do the basic care, but we try to go above and beyond and give them more big run areas for like the big cats and everything. The monkeys have a big play area. So we try to do a little bit more than some of the places. So we're very grateful to the volunteers and to you guys. Any other questions? I don't know, count. And not everybody comes in every day.
We have about 20 to 25 on a either weekly or monthly basis.
Okay, do you hear that, 20 to 25? Yeah, and we're all like a family, so we all hang out. We don't just come in, do the animal stuff, and then leave. We're very close. We're like a family. Question over here?
Yeah. What is the weirdest animal you've discovered on a rescue?
The weirdest animal we've discovered on a rescue.
Travis.
I don't know, Travis, you've done the rescues with me. What has been some of the weirdest? That reptile rescue was weird. Yeah, one night, it started out with a phone call from Fish and Game at 11 o'clock. By 12:30, 1 o'clock, we were on the road. By 4 o'clock, we were home with 60 reptiles of all types. Some of them half dead, some of them just in really bad shape. It was like a triage center. There were some odd animals at that rescue. I don't know, really. Just the monkeys, yeah. The kinkajou. Kinkajou. Yeah. I don't know about the weirdest, because we've got so many weird ones. Any other questions?
Oh, right here. Oh, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, do animals have to be chipped now, like reptiles, to keep track in case they get dumped?
It depends on the animal. The Burmese pythons are definitely chipped.
They are, yeah.
And Fish and Game comes in and checks them. Yeah, I'm not thrilled on the day that they check Fluffy. Luckily, we don't have to do that very often. Fluffy is, how long is Fluffy now?
About 17 feet.
17 feet, a few hundred pounds, and looks, when I go to feed her, we get her, the last thing she ate was a 12-pound rabbit sickle. We get bags of frozen rabbits in and defrost them, and it's to the point where she comes flying at me, and she'll sit up this tall, literally, and look at the rabbit sickle and look at me. And look at the rabbit sickle and look at me.
Yeah, which one?
She knows she can come back for the rabbit sickle. So yeah, when we check that microchip, yeah, the Fish and Game doesn't do it very often because he doesn't like dealing with her either. Question over here?
Do you have any fennec foxes?
No fennec foxes at the moment. At the moment. So, are you guys ready to meet some of the animals?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm very excited about this. This helps us raise money. We go through about 1,000 pounds of meat every 3 weeks just for our big cats. Our baby lion, who's about 2 years old now, weighs about 250 pounds. He was born with genetic problems. He's been up to the University of Gainesville twice for MRIs, X-rays, blood work, all kinds of things. He may be having surgery on one of his eyes in the next few months and another MRI. His doctor bills are usually, every time we bring them in, about $3 grand a piece. So you can imagine the money we go through. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring out animals that you can actually hold and interact with and take pictures with. All of them are a $5 donation. It's per person per animal, except for the happy monkey Rosie. She's $10. And if you're a woman not wearing a costume, I would not recommend it because it's action shots we don't want to see. So if you're wearing a costume, she'll probably be, she can't tell, she'll be fine. And she loves guys, but the women, she still tests and will pull hair and stuff like that. So lovely Elizabeth and Zoo here at the table can help you with that. They do have some cash for change. They can take cards, but cash will work faster. We also have t-shirts over here. The t-shirts are $20. That actually buys us a 40-pound block of meat for every t-shirt sold. We do have XX and XXX. Those are $25. But you can also pay Elizabeth and Zoo for that, and then Connie and Brenda will help you with that. We ask that you don't put your hands in Amos's cage, but you can come up and take pictures and get a closer look at him. The first animal I'm going to introduce is Maggie May. Really want to grab Maggie and see how that goes? And Maggie's really funny. She loves some people, hates some people. I lost track of who she loves and hates. Maggie's kind of been my personal bird going out. There she is. Maggie is a Woolly cockatoo, native to Indonesia. And she's got a cracker, so she's all kinds of happy. The next one we're going to bring out is, let's have Baby Boo. All right, and Baby Boo is one of those weird ones. He's a lavender skunk. He has been de-skunked, so he's a safety skunk. And they call him lavender. Right now he looks very yellow, but when he sheds, he's going to be bleach white with a purplish stripe down his back and his face. Next one we'll bring out is, well, you guys have seen Pee-wee. How about, I'll take her. You guys ready to meet King Julian?
Yeah.
Do I have to tell you what King Julian is?
Nope.
Jackal.
It's a jackal.
Is, I'm getting crackers in my hair. Why do I even bother washing my hair? King Julian, actually, we took in as a baby, kind of unexpected, but she's been excellent to help raise money at birthday parties and things like that. So she helps support the other animals. She is wearing a diaper and a dress today. King Julian, when we first got her, she was very tiny. We were told it was a boy. We went to get her microchipped and get him neutered and get him all the shots. And the vet comes in and says to me, we can't neuter him. And I'm like, why not? Too young. And she says, no, he's a she. So now it's Queen Juliana, which saved me a ton of money. The next one we'll bring out is, you want to go ahead and bring Ginger? I'm about to get snapped. Ginger. Now this is the one all the guys here at Megaplex are really excited about. She's kind of shy when she first comes out, yeah. Maggie's rocking out. Liable to lose an eye. There's Ginger Fox.
Yep.
There's Ginger Fox. Ginger's a little red fox. Maggie's going to help introduce. Ginger, when we picked her up, she was a tiny baby. She was actually gotten for a companion animal to Rascal. Rascal is a silver-tip fox that was bought by a 17-year-old girl who had to have an exotic animal. She tried to keep Rascal in her bedroom. And what a lot of people don't know is foxes, when they get excited or they get overly stressed, they give off a hormone that smells just like skunk spray. So her entire bedroom smelled like a skunk blew up in it. And she obviously had been bitten by the fox a couple times because she wouldn't even let it loose in the cage that I provided. And these guys are diggers. So we took Ginger in to be his companion because he doesn't like people too much. And when we got her, she was this little tiny thing, completely black with just a white tip on her tail. And as she grew, she started turning more and more red, and this is a very common Florida animal. Now, am I missing it? But Blondie. Mr. Corey, bring out Blondie. Blondie goes out with us on a regular basis. Blondie is an albino Burmese python, definitely microchipped. And Blondie was surrendered by a kid who really didn't know what he was doing. He bought Blondie when it was a cute little baby. It started growing real quick. Mom asked how big it was going to get, and the boy did not know what kind he bought. And when they went on the internet, they found out that he had bought the 3rd largest species of snake in the world. Surprise, surprise, and yeah. Yeah, so Mom said it had to go, and she was especially quick to get rid of it when she found out the potential of how big it could get. The record holder is 27 feet and 400 pounds. Woo! Yep, so that's when we took in Blondie. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead. What? Maggie has a lot to say. And did I mention these guys are very loud and need a lot of attention? And I've got 3 of them. You can imagine what the property sounds like. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep these guys lined up. Anybody that would like a photo with one of the animals, like I said, just go see Zoo or Elizabeth, and they'll help you out with that. They'll give you a little sticker when you pay, and you just come over to the area where the animal is, and we'll help you out with the photos. If you have any questions while we're doing this, you can ask any one of us. And myself, Zoo, and Elizabeth will be around for the auction as well. So if we don't get to your questions throughout the time, we can definitely handle it right then and there. So thank you so much for coming out. Have a very good Megaplex experience.